This is a free video tutorial for how to create black and white images with GIMP. GIMP is a great image manipulation program. This is GIMP, and this is a color photo of a beautiful Spanish woman. Well, there are multiple ways to create black and white images in GIMP, and I'm going to show you most of them. So let's create a working copy in the layer dialog. Okay, duplicate here. Okay, so the quickest way to convert a color image into a black and white picture is to use the automatic method. So just right click on the image and then go for the colors menu and for the desaturate tool. Okay, now you have multiple options: convert by lightness, convert by luminosity, convert by average. In this image I'm going to go for the luminosity method. Okay, now the image is converted to black and white, but it could be better. Contrast and light could be better. Light is okay, I think, but contrast could be better. So let's just right click on the image, go for the colors menu, then go for the brightness and contrast menu tool for the tool. Okay, and then contrast could be better by 5%. Okay, let's say manually 5%. Okay, now we have a black and white image very quickly. If you wouldn't talk as much as I talk in this video, it would probably take you 30 seconds on a good computer. Just right click, desaturate, luminosity. Okay, right click, colors, brightness, contrast, 5%. Okay, probably 20 seconds probably. So now we have a black and white image, and you can see the original in color very well, the face and the black and white face very well, the background color and the black and white very well. So this is the fastest method. There are other methods which work better on other pictures. Not all pictures are equal, so for other pictures, if this method doesn't work, you have to use different methods. Let's see a different method. Okay, this is another picture of the golden people. And now I'm going to show you the best method. Let's duplicate this image for work in the layer dialog. Let's have this. Okay, it's going to be a working copy in the layer, so it's a working layer. And then the best and most advanced method for converting color pictures to black and white pictures is to use the channel mixer tool. So you just right click on the image, go for the colors menu, and then go for the components menu, and then go for the channel mixer tool. This tool is great. It is the best. You can set for monochrome. Okay, now you have monochrome. You see in this preview little preview tool. Let's see. Yes, it has a preview of the image. So the great thing about this channel mixer tool is that it is creating the black and white image where you can adjust the level of the colors, the brightness of each individual color will have a different brightness in the black and white image. So you can adjust the red, for example here red, okay, less, more, then you can adjust the green, less, more, or like the more, let's say 25, and then you can set blue, less, or more. Can go for actually 50 in here, 50, and then less of the red. Yes, let's go for 70 red here. As you can see, you can set up the numbers manually, or here with these little push buttons, and then you can more of the greens. Yes, more. Let's go for 50, and then the blue ones. Okay, then you can choose to preserve luminosity. Doesn't work on this image. Okay, so this is the color and this is the monochrome. Okay, and then let's go for like these values. Different image will have different values, so you'll have to play with your own values on every image, but it's gonna always create a unique and professional image which works better than the automatic mode. Okay, just click OK at the end. Okay, again in here contrast and lightness could be adjusted, so let's right click, go for the colors menu and the brightness and contrast tool, and then just set more contrast, maybe 7% more, and then maybe a little less brightness, maybe 5% less brightness. Okay, so now we have a black and white image which is converted by the color and not just by the lightness of the image. In comparison to that, let's create another layer and then try the automatic desaturation level, like luminosity, average luminosity. Okay, and then see, this is the channel mixer or result, and this is the desaturation tool result. So you see the channel mixer does allow you to have a more professional black and white image. Then you can go further. Let's say you have this black and white layer and you can set up more advanced look to it. Let's say you have a color image and then you just want to have the light, or you want to have it partial. You don't want to have it all be like this black and white. You want to have it 50% black and white. So you can set the layer mode of the black and white layer to here in the layer dialog. You can have the mode, you can set it to saturation mode, or you can set it to screen mode. This is screen mode, works great for this image. And then you can set light and only mode, works also great on this image. Doesn't work on all images or pictures, but works great on this image. Or you can go for color mode, doesn't work. Value mode doesn't work. For the hue mode doesn't work. For the grain extract mode doesn't work grain merge works to some degree. Okay, then light and only mode. Oh, the light and only mode works, but I think we're gonna afford the saturation mode. And then let's say I want to have it just 30% black and white or 50%, and just there is a opacity level you can set for 50. Okay, let's go for 77. Okay, 77. I think it works great for this image. And then again you can work on contrast, and then let's say you are finished. Of course, because now this consists of 2 layers, let's just combine the 2 layers. Flatten image in the layer dialog. Okay, flatten. Now it's the 1 layer, and then I think you can improve contrast and light in this image more. So let's just go for right click and then colors menu and then brightness and contrast tool. So let's increase contrast by 8%. Okay, and reduce color by 1 to 3% points. Okay, now it's good, great. Could be some more. Let's see what we can do with this picture more. Colors, and then levels in. Let's say let's create another working layer to work with adjustments, and then let's say colors and then levels of the image. Okay, and then you can go for the automatic adjustment. Let's just click this auto button in this tool auto. Okay, quite nice. And you can also adjust manually. Just take this middle level and then just click it and then drag it to right, left to right. Okay, more. Works well on this image. Okay, so now we have a partial black and white image, but this is probably not the best way to create partial black and whites. Let's see another way or another method. If you want to create just a partial black and white, let's see on the other example. So this is a picture of another beautiful woman. It's in color. Let's see how to convert this black and white, how to convert this into a black and white image and then set it to a partial black and white. Let's say I want to only have the face of this woman in color and the rest in black and white. Okay. For this you have to use multiple layers. So let's say you create a second layer for working. Okay, second layer, let's convert this layer into black and white, and then we go for colors and then for components and the channel mixer tool. Okay, and then let's see, we want to have monochrome. Okay, monochrome, and let's play with the different levels and different adjustments for the colors in this black and white image. Okay, let's say the reds should be less. Okay, let's say for 20, and the greens should be less, more. Okay, and then the blue values less, more. It's quite okay. And then maybe the red again, more, and the green less, more, oh, somewhere here, and then the blue ones less. So it just you have to find the balance manually. No software program or no automatic tool can do it better, because it is all about the human perception, and this channel mixer tool allows you to mix the colors manually, so the brightness of each color, the reds, the green and the blues, can be adjusted manually in accordance to your preferences and the way your eye sees it and the way the human eye sees it, and not the software sees it. Okay, now is just a beautiful black and white version of this color image. Let's see the color one again. This is the color, this is the black and white. Okay, let's adjust contrast, then right click on the image, go to the colors menu, then go for the brightness and contrast, then maybe 1 point less brightness, and 1, 2, 3, 4 points more contrast. Okay, now this is a color black and white image now, and now I want to set it a partial black and white. For this you can use a very great trick. You can say I want to have only the white areas of the image to be black and white, and the black areas I just want them to have the original colors. Okay, for this you have to go for the layer dialog here, and then right click on the black and white layer, and then go for the add layer mask. Click OK, and then you go for the grayscale copy of the layer. The way it does it, it just will have the grayscale mask of the layer. Is gonna to have bright areas are gonna be visible and the dark areas are gonna be transparent. So, and if you have to be the dark areas be transparent, you just use the opposite. So you just click the invert mask, and then it's gonna be the opposite. The dark areas are gonna be visible, and then the white areas are gonna be transparent. Okay, for this image I just want to have the bright areas to be visible, so the face is going to be visible, it's bright, it's going to be visible. Okay, so add mask. Okay, this is beautiful now. It's almost like the sepia black and white. So let's see the black and white layer only. Click on the eye in the layer menu, or no, in the layer dialog here. Okay, you see the hair, the black areas are transparent now, the face is visible, and it is still black and white. Okay, and then the composition both together, you see. Okay, it could be better. You see, you could adjust the visibility of the black and white. It doesn't have to be 100%, and you can set the visibility or the transparency in the layers dialog in here. So let's click and then move this arrow. So let's say 35%, okay, 50%, okay, 69, 79, okay, 100, let's get it, 53. So this is a partial black and white. But in case you want to have it like, let's say just this face area and the rest should be completely black and white. Okay, let's just delete this layer mask. Okay, delete layer mask. Okay, now I have the original black and white layer. So this is black and white layer, and then this is the color layer, black and white layer on top of it. So let's just select the face with this selection tool, free selection tool. Okay, like this, just around the face. Okay, roughly around the face. Okay, and this, okay, and then meet again at the start, and then click OK for select this area. And then it seems to be a slightly harder selection, so let's make it softer by right click on the image and then selection menu and then feather. Oh, maybe 222 pixel soft area around the selection. Okay, bigger images need bigger feathering or softness. Okay, and then so let's say I want to have the face to be in color but the rest of the image to be in black and white. So I selected the face, and let's just delete the black and white face from this layer. So but we need to add transparency to this layer. Okay, add transparency. So add the alpha channel. To add transparency, you just right click on the layer in the layer dialog, and you just right click on this layer and then add alpha channel. Okay, now it has an alpha channel. You can see this here. Alpha channel is here. Okay, and then now it has a transparency in that layer. So if you delete any part of the image, it just will become transparent. So the selection is selected, this layer is selected, and then just click the delete button on the keyboard, just delete. Okay, now you see the face area is deleted from this layer, and then you can see the underlying layer, which is colorful, and then you can click delete again, so it will delete more of the area, and then delete again and delete more of the area. And somehow I'm not satisfied. I think this color area could be bigger, so I just go to select and then feather once again, and then I feather by 999 pixels. Okay, this is quite a bigger area. Oh, it takes some time to process. Okay, and then the selection area is now bigger, and then I just click the delete button again. Okay, delete, 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 delete. Okay, delete again, delete again. So okay, now I'm more satisfied. Now you just to remove the selection, just Control Shift and then the A button, remove selection. So you see now we have a combination of a black and white and color. So you have the face in color and the rest of the image is black and white. Let's see the original again, original, and then black and white in combination with color. It works great on this image. But let's say I want to have a bit more color, let's say on these edges. So I just reduce the transparency or the opacity of this black and white layer in the layer dialog. Just click with this opacity and with the arrow and just move the arrow. Let's say 60%. Okay, 39%. Let's go for 70%, 70% or 80%, 80. Okay, and then let's set the mode of this. black and white layer to saturation. Okay, works great. Control Z to see the backwards. Okay, Control Y. Okay, works great. I think the saturation works even better than the normal mode. Okay, there you can see the screen mode of this black and white layer. Oh, okay, not so good. Lighten only. Oh no. Value, no. The saturation. Oh, the saturation. Let's say I want to have it only 50%. So I just click here on the value and then 50. Enter. Just 50%. No, doesn't work. Let's say I want to have 75% black and white. Okay. Yes, this works best. So this is just, look, this is the black and white image combination with the original, and just the original, black and white, partial black and white, original again, partial black and white. This is just great. You see, you have a lot of artistic expression in the GIMP, the great image manipulation program. So at the end you just click, if you want to save this image, you just combine the layers. Let's say I want to combine them now and save, or you can save it as a project. Let's say right click on the image file, save as project, or the GIMP project. It will save all of the layers for later, or I don't know, for sharing. And then but if you want to save it as a PNG or JPEG image, you just need to combine the layers. Let's just right click on the layers in the layer menu or dialog, and then just right click and then flatten image, or merge visible layers, or flatten image. Okay, the layers are now combined, and you just right click on the image file menu and then export, and then you export to a PNG or JPEG image. The way it works is just a little bit silly in the GIMP. Instead of saving, they say export to it, so you just export it to a file format that you like, PNG file format or JPEG file format, and you choose later from it, and it has different settings for every file format. Okay. Okay, this is all of the common methods to convert to black and white in the GIMP. So let's see whether I missed anything. Color to alpha, colorify. No, that's it. Okay, there is another method. It's fairly simple also. Let's just go for this this image again. Oh no, let's just use this Control Z to back. Okay, let's use this original and duplicate, put it on top, and then have a duplicate working copy of the layer. So this is color now, and then there is another method. This method is just by reducing saturation, so you have a complete control of how much color you want to remove. Very often you don't want to remove 100% of the color, maybe just some. So let's work with the saturation of the image. Just right click on the image and then go to the colors menu and go for the hue and saturation tool. Okay, so here is okay, let's make it bigger a bit. Here is this saturation setting. You can adjust the value, less, Okay, let's say I want to have it 70% black and white. Okay, minus 70% saturation. Okay, and then light. This new image seems to have not enough light, so I can increase light in the same dialog. Light. Oh, not too much light. Actually, there is a trick. You just set more light. Okay, let's say light 30% light and minus 70. It will work probably the same values for all images. Okay, click OK. So, and now the trick, you just set the mode of this layer as the saturation for the underlying original. You just go for mode here in the layer menu part of the GIMP, and then you go for saturation. Okay, you see, incredible. It is 70% black and white. Okay, the original color, and then the 70% black and white. So you just remove saturation. And let's compare. Let's say you have this partial black and white. Okay, it looks like this, and then what is, you just have the 70% of the black and white. Okay, this would look like this, and then a lot of the whites in here. So you should or could play with the opacity of each individual layer to see the best result. Let's reduce the opacity or the transparency of the upper layer, the black and white here. Okay, maybe 70%. Okay, and then you can just combine all layers again. Right click on the layers in the layer section of the GIMP, and then flatten image. Okay, it just combines all of the layers straight away. And then I see contrast could be better on this image, so just right click and then go for colors, and then for brightness and contrast tool, and then just increase contrast by, let's say, 8 points. Okay, 8 points. Oh, nice. And then just reduce the brightness, maybe 1 to 3 points. No, maybe 2 points. Okay, you see, it's now partial black and white, soft black and white. Nice, beautiful. So thank you for watching the video, and thank you for sharing this video with other good people, and thank you for supporting the Linux movement, and thank you for supporting the free software movement. Ta-da!